This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Right now at 4, safety concerns after a driver hits another pedestrian outside of Ted Drew's. That pedestrian now seriously hurt. Good afternoon. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. The woman was hit Friday night on Chippewa Street, right outside the iconic South St. Louis location. It was just the latest incident where a pedestrian has been hit in the area. 5 on your side's Annie Krall is live with the latest on the woman's condition. Annie?
Well, exactly. And as you can see behind me, I'm on a very busy section of Chippewa Street. The cars are just flying past me right now. That woman who was hit on Friday was trying to cross this street and make her way over to Ted Drew's, but was struck and hit by a car and then sent to the hospital. Police do tell me, though, she is recovering and is in a stable condition. It happened at about 7:20 on Friday night. That's according to Ted Drew's owner, Travis Dillon. Dillon saying he's unsure if she came here to buy a frozen custard or a Christmas tree from the lot they have every year. Obviously, now that we're in the first week of December, he says their business has ramped up significantly and is emphasizing that the other customers should park and cross with extra caution. One of their employees was inside Ted Drew's when it happened. He says there was a huge commotion near the bank on Chippewa Street as the woman was taken to the hospital alive, though with a few broken bones.
It's a tough state highway to cross, and there's 4 lanes, so whenever anyone chooses to cross the street, we have to be very cautious, and I feel bad about it, really badly.
Back in July of 2022, a 17-year-old boy from CBC was struck and killed here. At 5 o'clock, we'll hear from Ted Drew's about what they expect in terms of a timeline from the city to put in possible safety measures like a crosswalk here to protect pedestrians. Reporting live in St. Louis, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
A second teen now charged in last month's homicide in Clayton. Prosecutors charged Darion Johnson of Pagedale with murder and armed criminal action. That's due to the November 13th shooting death of Joshua Harris. Another teen named Trinell Johnson is also charged with murder. The 2 suspects are not related. Police say Harris saw the suspects trying to break into his wife's car. He confronted them, they fired several shots, and he died. Police say Darion Johnson is not in custody. He is considered to be armed and dangerous.
A St. Louis man died and 5 others were injured in a multi-vehicle crash in Texas County, Missouri. The Missouri Highway Patrol says the deadly crash happened just before 5 p.m. Monday outside Kabul. James Russo was driving north on US 63 when he crossed into the oncoming lanes, crashing into an SUV and a tractor trailer. Russo, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected from his vehicle. He died at the scene. The truck driver and 4 people in the SUV had minor injuries. It has been 6 months since Gabe Gore became the St. Louis Circuit Attorney.
Today, he actually laid out his accomplishment since taking over for Kim Gardner. Gore says when he took office on June 1st, there were 6,700 cases that Gardner's administration had not reviewed. He says his staff has worked to lower that stack to about 4,000 cases.
I report to you today that our office has retaken its place in the criminal justice system. We are performing that role. We still have a lot of work to do.
The circuit attorney also said his interest in running to become the city's top prosecutor has intensified the longer he works to rebuild that office.
Right now, crews are repairing pavement in downtown Belleville following a water main break. This was the scene yesterday on Main Street. The road is closed between High and Charles Streets. A boil order also remains in effect. Impacted customers should bring their water to a boil for 5 minutes before using it for drinking or cooking. No word on when the road will reopen or when the boil order will be lifted.
All right, it's time now for your weather first forecast. Cloudy skies and a cool breeze have taken over the bi-state. You're getting a live look over downtown St. Louis now. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell with much more.
Yes, and Brent, that wind is a little on the gusty side this afternoon, and with temperatures actually falling this afternoon into the lower 40s. It is quite brisk out there for sure. Lots of clouds around St. Louis. For most of us, it's been mainly dry, but we have seen what we believe to be a little bit of mist or a little patchy drizzle off to the east and northeast of St. Louis especially. You're looking out into St. Charles right now with our weather camera, and again, lots of clouds across the region. We're looking at the terminal Doppler radar right now out of the airport or near the airport, and it does show a little patch here over Madison County where it looks like there's been some mist. And sure enough, as we check our cameras here, Looking at the weather camera over in Edwardsville, I don't see anybody really using their windshield wipers, but it sure looks like there's been a little mist there on that camera lens. Most of that is off to the east of us for sure, but temperatures under this cloudy sky and with the gusty breeze continue to drop. It's 41. Our wind chill at 32 degrees. So as we head through this evening, it's brisk, mainly dry, but we're not going to rule out a little patch of mist or maybe even a stray flurry. Brighter Wednesday, still cool. Thursday is bright and warm. It's your pick day of the week. We'll show you why with the weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you soon. Right now, fighting between Israel and Hamas has expanded throughout southern Gaza, forcing displaced Palestinians to flee yet again.
Meanwhile, in Washington, the Biden administration is urging members of Congress to act fast to send funds to Israel and Ukraine. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Capitol Hill.
In the Gaza Strip, a growing humanitarian crisis in increasingly tight spaces. The United Nations warning of an even more hellish scenario. The civilian population is moving still further south, trying to escape escalating attacks as Israel seeks to root out the Hamas militants who started this war 2 months ago. During that time, incidents of both anti-Semitism and Islamophobia have surged in the U.S., especially on college campuses.
History teaches us that where anti-Semitism goes unchecked, other forms of hate spread.
Elite university leaders taking sharp questioning from lawmakers today over combating the rise in hate while protecting free speech. Also on Capitol Hill, Congress is divided over a major aid package that includes funding for Israel.
I do not believe we should be appropriating over $10 billion for the right-wing extremist Netanyahu government to continue its current military approach.
The package also funds Ukraine. Biden administration officials today updating senators on Ukraine's fight against Russia as they and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stress that money is quickly running out. Republicans are holding out for major upgrades to U.S. border security.
I'm committed to Israel's homeland security. I'm committed to Ukraine's homeland security. But first and foremost, I'm committed to the U.S.'s homeland security.
Amid the funding fight, families of hostages still trapped in Gaza pleading for lawmakers' help.
Every minute is important and their life is at risk.
Desperate to bring their loved ones home. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And for the latest updates on the war, text the word Israel to 314-425-5355.